Hey guys, it's GalaxyGorilla coming at you with something new for today. We're going to be checking out a really cool game called The King is Watching. If you guys watched my birthday stream, you would know I play this a little bit for you guys, and I've been playing a little bit of it on my off time as well. And I thought it'd be fun to, play it with you guys here. So the way this game works is you'll go to, prepare. You've got multiple choices for kings. I've unlocked a few of them. King Alucard is my favorite just because I like necromancy and the undead, but unfortunately I don't really have the graveyard unlocked just yet, so we will be sticking with the very first, the most basic of the kings, King Baldwin, who is very much geared towards like getting the militiamen and raising potency, making your buildings build a little bit faster. Another mechanic we have here is we have the advisors, so you get to pick three of these guys. So we're going to choose this little guy who gives you more, resource buildings, this guy who makes, buildings produce faster, and this guy who offers 100 of the money currency to start off the run. So let's see if we can make ourselves get through threat level 2 so I can unlock the necromantic empire. All right, let's get started. So basically how the game works is they will show you off what bosses you'll have to deal with. We will be fighting the Goblin Warlord, Gorzog. There is actually a advisor who will tell you who the later ones are too, so you could better prepare for it. So this little bar right here is your influence bar. This is how you build anything. This is how you activate anything. So, for example, we'll put a well down here and a well down here, and I think we'll do one more on, you know what? Why not? We'll take up the all of these things here, the production increasers, because water is pretty important to making trees and wheat. Trees and wheat are kind of like your bread and butter for upgrading everything else, and then your main troop choice are these things called peasants. But we will get into that a little bit afterwards. So basically, I'm going to turn it on Giga Speed, and we're going to quickly focus on trying to get as much of our resources out and up as possible. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll leave this running for just a little bit longer. I'd like to get to about 100 water before we call it a day here. So we are going to go ahead and move this over. We'll construct this now. We're going to try to build resources as quick as we possibly can. We're going to move this well to about here. We're going to throw down a peasant's hut just because we do need troops. I think what we'll do is we will go up here and build one more. That'll let us build one more. We're going to now move this over to here, and we will put the water back. We want to just try stacking resources as efficiently as possible, just because resources is what you need to get more units, to get more, just upgrades in general. If you want to make your gaze wider, and then, enemies will spawn, you'll kill them, blah, blah, blah. All right, we got a couple interesting barracks. We got the Madhouse, we got the Swordsman's Barrack, and the Black Sheep Barn. I'm going to go for the Swordsman's Barracks. I always like going for that one. And there's an iron mine for us. Now, this is a cool thing about this game. You get to choose these things called prophecies, and these are essentially the waves that you're going to be dealing with. I think what we'll do is we'll do this. Yep, get some basic infrastructure going, and then we can grab this for money. We're going to want veteran barracks for better troops. I'm willing to just take like a... Let's do this. We'll move this around a little bit. We'll take a thick wave of enemies like that. Do I feel, you know what? I feel confident. I'm feeling pretty confident, especially with this. We can get 2 swordsmen early. All right, things are looking pretty okay so far. I would like to have more water before I cycle off the water building, but that little number there in the top left is essentially telling us how much of that resource we have, and we are going to be able to, before it runs out. Down here is the resources. I think that's a bit better with the water, so let's go ahead and put this down here. If this breaks, what does this cost? This is gonna cost wood, wheat, and iron. That's a lot of wood. Okay, we're gonna keep cutting down the trees and such. I think we should be fine. It's a little dicier than I want it to be, but that's okay because we should be fine here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I guess more trees. Okay. The Dragon's Bakery bakes flower dragons into ash dragons. Interesting. I don't know too much about that. But I'm willing to... Ooh, excuse me. I'm willing to reach for it and maybe see if we can, get something out of that. All right, we're going to quickly rotate this over and see if we can build up at least one more peasant. We'll drop that away, and we will keep grinding up more of our resources. I will throw this down here. Never mind. I thought I was going to put it down. I guess not. We'll put this down here, just so we can start training more of these types of troops. We will need more iron mines soon if we want to be able to keep up. Thankfully, these enemies do not attack. They just walk forward and try to explode at your walls. So that will give us plenty of time that we need to produce more of our troops. All right, we're going to throw a little pause. We're going to move that upwards there. And then we will throw down a wheat field because we are running slightly low on wheat. Yeah, thankfully we've got like a huge amount of dudes right now. That's going to make that nice and easy. I like the big well. The big well is nice. Brick Factory, nah. I don't think any of these are really super duper good, so I might reroll once. Ooh, interesting. The king statue is actually pretty good. I don't know. I might just skip out on these for now, just because it's a lot of, like, I don't really care too much for those types of upgrades. Alright, that is going to come down in just a second. We will replace it with a tree, and then the next one we will replace with the big well. We've got our next wave coming. Let's go ahead and send out some dudes. Honestly, the more dudes you send into a problem, the more likely you are to clean out the wave a little easier. I will take more wheat. I will never say no to wheat. This could be good if we find a way to smelt it. This is a Berserk reference, by the way. We will go ahead and take that. Maybe see if I... Oh, no! Throw that down. See if we can find a way to smelt. I am going to need more of the iron in general. Alright, we are doing pretty okay on wood. The troops are doing pretty well. I'm going to move this well over here. Well. I would like to build a market to start producing gold just to expand our gaze. But we are doing pretty okay so far. I'm feeling pretty good. Alright, nice wave clear. Alright, receive a fireworks spell every 3 waves. I'm going to say no thank you. When one of your troops dies, an explosive scarecrow will be created in its place as a cooldown of 40 seconds. When your troop falls in battle, a dreadful creature will rise from their remains and help you fight. Okay, I'm gonna go behind. I'm gonna grab the troop upgrade. And I think what I might do is... Oh, this is tough. We have 75... Furniture store doesn't really do anything for us right now. We do like the hunters. Hunters are really good units. I'm trying to think if there's anything else worthwhile to grab here. I mean, some more wheat never hurts. And we'll just save the rest of our cash. We would like to make our warriors do more damage. That's always nice. Let's go ahead and build out another troop. We're going to go ahead and rotate it around a little bit just like this. We want to eventually phase out peasants. Peasants aren't terrible, but at the same time, they are, peasants. They're not really built to handle big scale combat. They die pretty quickly, too. All right, we want to start making money. Because then we can upgrade our gaze and we can start doing more with our stuff, and that is exactly what we want. Most of this stuff is going to start breaking soon, though. We got to keep that in mind. More wood. More wood never hurts. More wood means more troops. Do a little pause. Go ahead and upgrade this there. All right. That's fine. We'll move the peasant stuff over. We'll put you over here. Put you up there. Okay, we can get the upgrade in. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and throw that in. Okay, this is going to be another easy peasy wave because we're just going to rip through these guys. They might seem like they have a lot of health. They really don't. Especially when, like, a ton of dudes are, like, chipping away at them. Alright, beautiful. I don't really want any of these, so we're going to recycle. Yeah, clay is going to be important if we want to upgrade our stuff. Ooh, okay, that's really nice. All right, what do we want to do for the waves here? This is going to be a levy barracks. We'll do you, we'll do you, and then we will do you at the end. I would like to upgrade my units, so you can go here. I guess some kingdom infrastructure could be good. I think that's fine for now. More gold. More gold is always very nice. When one of these runs out, we're going to go ahead and throw down the clay mine just so we can start reaching towards the next upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that. Because the more peasants you have, the more production you get, which is awesome. Speaking of increasing production, we can also pop boosts production for at least a little bit. We have a massive tsunami of dudes. I assume like a couple of them are going to die, but we should just absolutely overwhelm them. More swordsmen. Actually, yeah, honestly, we probably want to start phasing out the peasants. They're nice, but to an extent. It'll give us an opportunity to have more of like the better type troops soon enough. We're going to go ahead and throw that down there. We need to find a smelter, honestly. That's kind of what we really need right now. The ability to smelt the metal is going to be extremely invaluable. And we will drop. Beautiful. All right, so these things are really nice. We're going to turn that into an iron mine because we want to try to get more iron flowing. All right, I think what we might do now is switch this over to iron just so we don't exhaust our wheat. Let's get the upgrade. Water is fine. Let's go ahead and grab wheat. Fireworks is nice. Honestly, the hero statue is pretty damn good. Alright, let's do ourselves a favor. Let's pause that, and let's start building some more troops, because the next wave is going to be upon us quite soon. Alright, I'm going to go pause. Go ahead and rip the production. Alright, pause that. Throw down the big well, start saving up some water. We've got a pretty large force now. We have a lot of warriors. We had a lot of warriors. They're doing pretty fine. Okay, ore is nice. That's more capacity. Yeah, we could take more capacity. I don't think more capacity ever hurts. Do this so we can train troops just a little bit quicker. Does this consume ore to build them? I believe it does, actually. Alright, we want to start selling ore and start selling wheat again. Actually, honestly, we might just need to take a break from selling things for now. I don't really want to, but we might just straight up need to. We just need to start saving resources. More Hog Rider! Alright, go to the trader. We have 80 gold. What do we have here? All rider units. No, we don't have any riders. Gain receive 30 of... Okay, that's not terrible. That's also not terrible either. We could buy some iron mines. We do kind of need it. There is the hero statue, but we don't really have that. So I'm going to buy this. And I think what I would like to do is... tough choice, tough choice. What does this do here? Receive after baking a dragon. That's going to be hard to do. The swordsman could be nice, but only if we had, the ability to create him. We need a smelter. We really desperately need a smelter, and the game is just not giving it to us. I'm going to be a little greedy just because I feel like we're doing okay. Start making more wheat. Keep cutting down the more of the trees. Alright, here comes the slime wave. We are getting pretty close to the boss wave soon. I gotta keep that in mind. We don't really want any of this. What do we want from here? A gold mine could be pretty nice. Is it just, unfortunately, none of this is really that worthwhile, at least for right now. Damage dealt by attacking buildings is... Okay, that doesn't do anything. We'll take the strawberry cake. Okay. Lizards. Lizards, and Levy Barrack. Actually, no, we'll do wizards. The lightning mages. Alright, we want the troop training. We want the building upgrades. We want the building upgrades. I guess we could take the money, too. Ooh. Destroy this fashion. Does that... Please, 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 please. Yes! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, Falcon's Camp. And then... Oh, okay, yeah, that's actually what we wanted that quite a bit. Let's rebuild the troops. I'm feeling pretty good about this run. I'd say everything is going pretty well so far. I'd like to have more upgrades, but that'll come in due time. Honestly, probably just get rid of that. It's not really doing anything for us right now, honestly. Go ahead and throw down this gold mine here in just a moment. Let's also do this. Throw down the gold mine. I mean, all things considered, we got through that pretty damn well, I won't lie. Turn to sheep is nice. More warrior damage? You know what? Sure, why not? I will never complain about more warrior damage. Alright, that's going to blow up that. We just really need to find the smelter, and I just can't find it right now, which sucks. Because honestly, it would make our lives a lot easier. That's for sure. The gold mine's going to run out soon. Same thing with this. Alright, what do we got for us? Iron Mine. Passively increases damage. Okay. Yeah, we can get behind that. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. That was more like a misclick than anything else. We could actually upgrade this, but it is a bit expensive. Yeah, I think we'll leave it for now. I need to find the freaking smelter. I'm just getting really unlucky and just the game is not giving it to me. The sooner we can start making the swordsman, the better. All right. Weakness is fine. Increases HP of all grunt troops by 100% if there's at least... no, I think we'll probably go with the... the stinky... Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Get more capacity for the boys. Start training up more of the troops. Thankfully, the metal mine is doing fine. It's a bit expensive, but it's worth it, at least in my opinion. The boss wave is going to be very soon. We are kind of running out of resources. So I might throw down this research table. Oh, dude, our damage is beautiful. Okay, temporary crossbowman. Heal your castle. No. I think what we'll do is we'll do this, and then we'll buy this. And then this too. Because what do we need? We need just a little more magic, like mana, to be able to build the hero statue, and then we can start farming out. Yes, please. Thank you. Alright, we're going to put this down here. Just simple, basic blueprints. It sucks. We would like more than that, but what can you do? Wheat me. And then we can move this there and just start producing some water. We are getting a bit low on water. Alright, let's see if we can handle the big boss man himself coming up here. This shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to cut through this guy pretty easy. Goblin Warlord Gorzog. What do we got going on over here? I'm gonna take the trees. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We'll weaken him. I think the men are just going to chew through him very quickly. Case in point. Beautiful. We will need to restock, though. Reduces all of the damage. I think we'll do this one. Last stand is always nice. We will recycle this. We will take an iron mine very happily. And we will do some of the range troop damage. You always love to have this type of stuff. Yeah, that's fine. And then, yeah, that's fine. All right. Actually, the advanced productions might be what we're looking for, so hopefully we can do something with that. Money. Yeah, we'll do money. Alright, let's see. The next boss is going to be... I hate the Hungering Maw. The Hungering Maw is extremely annoying to deal with. And you will see why very soon. I will most likely throw down this up here. Put that there. Big well. Yeah, big well's fine. Big well's fine. Alright, put the iron mine down. I don't know if that stacks. It may or may not, but I hope so. That would be really cool. The more peasants we have, the more we can actually gain more production. We have so much iron right now. I just really need, whatchamacallit? I really just need the freaking... It's a little annoying. We just need the smelter. Actually, we were able to go through that pretty quickly. Okay, Hand of the Avenged is really nice. Winery, Carpenter. I think I need to just reroll here and just try to find the smelter. That's a fuel pump, but unfortunately that doesn't do anything for us. Oh, there it is! Oh my god, that is exactly what we needed. Okay, unfortunately you will need to take a break, Mr. Tree. I need to run this. Alright, what we might do here is take a break from producing those, and we'll move you up to this, and then we'll put you here. Put the gold mine down. Alright, how close are we? It's pretty far. It's going to be a bit of a toughie, unfortunately. Let's cast that spell. Make our lives at least somewhat easier. Because we are going to need to be pumping out those troops. A gold mine. I'm going to take a sawmill. I think we can grab a fuel pump. I don't think it's going to be, like, super duper good, like, right now, but it will hopefully, like, even out and get better and be, like, a decent item. Oh my god, bro, we are so close to having it, bro. We just need it. Oh no, it's the big funny Sunny! The big sunny funny man! I don't think it's worth, popping this heavy spell here. We're gonna need it for the boss. Yes, please. Yes, please. And take the healing pool and the bladefall. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and rebuild our forces. Oh, it's finally time. Alright, we don't really need you anymore, so we're gonna put you down. Alright, beautiful. We have ourselves a black swordsman now. He's got so much health compared to my other troops. It's kind of crazy. Alright, the big well is going to run out soon. Ooh, look at that big man right there. Look at that big Cyclops man. Easy shred. Alright, what is this here? Sawmills and trees damage enemies when they are working. Interesting. Damage to bosses from units. I think it just has to be that. Damage to bosses is going to be very pivotal. Metal or crystals? I think we just take the crystals for the sake of, Actually, no, I think that was a little stupid. We probably should have took something else. That's fine, though. Alright, honestly, we don't really care about the crystals, just because we want to get the hero statue. I think the hero statue is just a bit more important. I guess we could think about doing the fuel pump, and maybe doing the Dragon's Bakery. Not the Crab Rider, no! Grunt. Yeah, that's fine. Upgrading something is better than nothing. More gold? Sure. I will always take an artifact. Artifacts are super duper goated. The money is pretty nice. I think we could just tack that onto the last wave. Alright. Okay. I mean, hey man, I'm never gonna complain about more troops. More troops is always nice. Alright, we have so much metal, we can start selling that. Put the gold mine down, and just try to get to the 600 as quick as we can. Warriors. Nice. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about this run so far. This might be one of my strongest runs so far. Nice. Okay, what do we got here? Reduce the second king ability's cooldown. Gain 4 grapes. I think that's fine. It's not, like, amazing, but it's better than nothing. If it was the king's first ability, I would say hell yeah, but it is just the king's second ability. Which is not bad, but also not. We don't really care about it too much. Alright, we're going to get a veteran barracks from here. Not too sure what I want to get out of that, but hopefully it'll be something nice. Let's go ahead and cast a spell. I think just more general damage is better than going for, like, the one single dude. Those poor wizards. I'm going to say recycle. Yeah, we're getting very close to the next boss wave. And he, honestly, I don't like the boss because it's just really annoying. Alright, let's see if we can start making some more metal. And maybe we can start making a fuel pump. And we could potentially get towards the Dragon Bakery stuff. Sure. Alright, 2 more waves. That'll give us a trader. This is going to give us a pretty fat amount of money, which is nice. I don't care to do that right now, so I think we'll just put a well up here. Guts Berserk, hurry up! You gotta get in there, bro! Alright. I did not expect him to kill through the troops that quickly, so I guess we shall rebuild. Big well, big well, big well, iron mine. Big well. Go ahead and get the upgrade. Okay, cool. Look at that. We got the full 6 out there. Alright, a lot of bad boys coming this way now. See what I mean, though? Peasants do kind of just, like, drop like flies. Alright, what do we got here? All troops' HP is increased by... Yeah, it's easy grab. I guess nothing else here is really, like, super duper worthwhile. What is this? That's stables. Nah. No. Grapes. Gold mine. Nah, I don't think any of this is really that super good. Alright, go ahead and build up those troops. We are almost to... Well, actually, we are at a fuel pump. We can make that real quick. Because the fuel pump works off of water and wood. I have to keep that in mind. Some of my stuff is getting close to running out. But, I mean, hey, we're doing okay. Oh, here he comes. Here comes the big fat boy. Honestly, let's turn up the audio a little bit. So the problem with this guy is he does that. He will throw up enemies, and they will spawn in your back line, and you will get rent asunder because of it. So we are going to need to try to produce as quickly as we possibly can. And hopefully we will be able to fight this off. It sucks because we need to get behind him to kill those archers. But we won't get behind them. You know what I mean? If I had a spell, we would be in a better area, but we just don't have a spell right now. Yeah, the run might be cooked here. We might just need more upgrades, honestly. Guts from Berserk can't carry hard enough. These guys are just a little too strong. Like I said, if we had a way to get spells to try to, like, kill the dudes in the back, that would be nice, but unfortunately, yeah. Alright, that is going to be it for this episode for today. If you guys enjoyed it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. GalaxyGorilla out.